Hello, everybody.
Frightened the life out of me there. Hi, guys.
I'm Oscar.
I'm Sophie.
And we're back doing another commentary. Sorry we missed a week. We kind of just had a heel-free week last week, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a busy one.
We recovered from the Oscars.
I had my driving test that I failed.
And we were just... I don't know, we just kind of had a bit of a week off, didn't we?
Yeah. I had work,
so,
too, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. You have work every week, though.
Yeah, that is true.
Anyway, so we're back at you with another commentary. This one, what is this one, Sophie?
I think you should say.
Well, this is 2000's Hannibal, directed by Ridley Scott.
You best admit.
Me Bezzy, starring Anthony Hopkins as Cannibal the Hannibal.
Cannibal the Hannibal.
Julianne Moore.
It's not Cannibal the Hannibal.
No, and not Jodie Foster. Gary Oldman, Academy Award winning Gary Oldman now.
Now, yeah. He's proper sexy in this.
Ray Liotta, who I assume is also proper sexy in this.
I can't remember.
Is it just Ray Liotta?
Yeah.
So yeah.
When is it anything but just Ray Liotta?
But anyway, why are we watching Hannibal, Sophie?
Because it's shit.
And I've never seen Hannibal, by the way. I've seen Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs, and I've just heard about Hannibal. I've heard that it's just this infamously not good film.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it, I think.
You've seen this, but you said you've seen this, what, years ago now?
A couple of times, a couple of years ago, yeah.
Okay. So, how we're watching this, ladies and gentlemen, we're watching this through Now TV. In case you are unfamiliar with the commentary system, you're going to need a copy of this film yourself. We're not giving you Hannibal.
We're not allowed to do that.
We're not allowed to do that. So, we're currently watching it on Now TV. You can either watch it on your DVDs, your VHSs. This would have been on VHS.
I don't think it's got a Blu-ray release.
It probably does, so.
I would think so. Most things do.
Then again, Panic Room doesn't.
Yeah, but, that's not... Yeah.
So, but the length of this film, from my understanding, it's like 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Something like that, yeah.
This would be the longest film I believe we've commentated on as well. So, what's going to happen? You're going to need to load the film up at 0 everything. And I'm going to count down from 5. And when I say play, that's when I'm going to hit play. And that's when you should hit play. And then we're going to say, what's on the screen. And then we should be synced up. Okay? Cool. Soph. Are you reds?
Yes.
Okay then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Right. Universal logo.
Is that acceptable volume or should it be up a little
I can't even hear anything.
That should be good.
Yeah.
It seems to be a theme, Universal. We keep commenting on Universal films.
I don't think they're playing the Universal music. I think it's the music from the movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Rah.
MGM. There we go. Why is it that we keep we seem to be stuck on this Universal thing, don't we?
Oh, what was the thing I found before? It was really funny, but it was the MGM line. And it was essentially...
It was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, there's a YouTube poop, and it's called Star Wars, and I can't remember which one it's from. It's from one of the prequels. Well, it's Bearded Kenobi.
It's Revenge of the Sith, I think.
Is it? Yeah, there's just this bit where they take Obi-Wan going, ah! But they kind of repeat it a bit.
Ridley
Scott!
They
turn the volume right up, slow it down, and just put it in place of the Goldwyn lion.
Right, so what's happening here? I've never seen this. Sophie, where does this come in? Because this came out before Red Dragon did it.
No, yeah, it came out before Red Dragon, but set
yeah.
After
When's the chronology of this? When is this?
This is after Silence of the Lambs.
Right.
So Hannibal Lecter's buggered off to Spain or wherever.
Basically.
And this is deformed Gary Oldman in a wheelchair.
Is this Gary Oldman?
And that's Barney from Silence of the Lambs. You know, the guy who let Clarice in and out of the building.
Yeah.
So he's interviewing... Gary Oldman's interviewing him.
Oh, hello, Gary Oldman. Oh my god.
He kind of looks like a turtle.
Do you know what's strange? You can still see Gary Oldman kind of through that makeup.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it's Gary Oldman.
He kind of looks like animatronic.
He does as well.
Do you know what this guy's famous for, mainly?
What's he famous for?
Being the chief of police in White Chicks.
Right.
Oh, I think he was in the Langoliers as well.
Is Gary Oldman like this through the whole film?
Oh yeah, essentially.
Right. Okay. What's happening then? Like, within this scenario?
Gary Oldman's gasping.
Yep. I can't take him seriously. What the fuck?
Right, so essentially,
Oh!
that kind of looks like the Sleepy Hollow font.
Oh, it looks not good, is what it looks like.
Yeah, essentially,
Love you, Julianne Moore.
he was interviewing...
Probably not in this film.
He was interviewing Barney about Hannibal and Clarice, like, their relationship. He's, like, asking questions, and then, like, he said he would give him a check for $250,000 for the mask that Hannibal Lecter wore. So he's essentially obsessed with Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, is this Gary Oldman who's, like, proper frothing at his mouth?
Yeah.
Are we going to learn why he looks like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure his character's called Mason Verger, right? And I'm pretty sure that Becca, my friend Becca, got Mason Verger and Van Troyer mixed up.
Oh, that would be... Hans Zimmer! Why are we seeing him on these shit films, Sophie? To be fair, it was more shocking that he composed fucking Shark Tale.
Yeah, that was more shocking. This one you kind of get, 'cause it's like, well, it's Ridley Scott.
Well, it's a Hannibal Lecter film. It's Ridley Scott. You got, like, Anthony Hopkins and...
In fairness, right, with this movie, there's, like, the movie itself's ridiculous, but apparently there's stuff in the book that's even more ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, his face was in the pigeons!
Directed by Ridley Scott. I'm sure people know about my... If you're familiar with Heel Pictures, you should be familiar with my relationship with Ridley Scott. But in case of people don't know, I'm going to do a quick recap on my relationship with Ridley Scott. I find him really overrated, and I find most of his films just extremely boring. I've never been a fan of Alien. The first time I watched Blade Runner, I was just bored completely through it. My two favourite Ridley Scott films are Alien Covenant and All the Money in the World. So, yes. But I've yet to see Gladiator and Thelma and Louise, and I'm finally seeing Hannibal, so you know.
Can I just say as well, like, for the longest time, I really did not get the hype about Julianne Moore until I seen her in some of her later roles.
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
Simply because the only thing I had to go off was this and The Lost World.
Yeah, no, that's not. Those are two not great things to go off.
And I just watched this film very annoyed that it wasn't Jodie Foster. So I kind of automatically just didn't like her.
Like, I love Julianne Moore, but yeah, I don't see why you would. Why would, like, she be the one to go to replace Jodie Foster?
Well, bearing in mind, like...
Besides that she's a good actress. I'm not really following this at the moment, but is this just basically a random drug bust?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Is
that Dolph Lundgren? It looks a lot like him. Or is that Scott Glenn who's...
It's probably Scott Glenn.
As in, actually from Silence of the Lambs?
I don't know. Do you know what, though? It's like kind of... Because she hasn't quite got the accent, I don't think.
No. Is she trying to do an accent?
Well, yeah, because Clarice is Southern.
Oh, no.
She's got it a bit, but it's not quite there.
Well, Jodie Foster is, like... She's not Southern as such, but she's...
It sounds more natural.
It sounds more natural with Jodie Foster.
And the thing as well is, like, Jodie Foster's brunette. She's a redhead. Which I know people can dye their hair.
Yeah, but it's clearly, like, a different person.
Yeah, like, you can't even... It's not even, like... There's been films I've seen where they've recast...
But they've, like, tried it... Like, different hairstyle, different hair colour, just completely different person.
Yeah.
Like, and I would understand if you're trying to like do another like a different.
But it's meant to be when you cast.
If you're rebooting the franchise, I guess. Yeah. But you're not. You're continuing on. Yeah. So it's the most baffling recast ever. They probably didn't want to reboot it because they still want Anthony Hopkins. Why
didn't Jodie Foster do this film? I can't remember. Was she filming something else?
I don't know. You might have to look up trivia. I don't know. I was just always under the assumption she just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. She was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm fine with my Academy Award winning performance. I'm staying as that. Wait, this was 2000, wasn't it? This was the same year as Gladiator? I thought that was Ben Affleck. So we're just watching a random drug bust, are we?
At the moment, yeah.
Is this just to get...
It has relevance.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to the Hannibal plotline like his plotline, but to her plotline as relevance.
All right. Why does this... This just feels like a... Oh, well.
This is what happens when people get trigger happy, I'm just saying.
Well, it is. Like,
she's like, immediately like, can you put your gun down, please? That woman's carrying a baby. And they're all like, no, let's just shoot her.
Ugh. Pepsi just exploding. This instantly, right off the bat, this was the first film post Silence of the Lambs, wasn't it, within the Hannibal?
Yeah.
Instantly, you are completely disconnected from the tone and feel of Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, there goes my phone. I was getting my phone for trivia, and then my phone kind of.
Do you know what I mean? Like how does this scream? Like, Silence of the Lambs, Best Picture winner, Best Actor winner, Best Director winner, Best Actress winner. How does this, like, link in any way to how the tone of Silence of the Lambs were? Also, we got subtitles on from Now TV, so if we comment about the subtitles, that's why. Because there was just a subtitle that said, "Baby cries." Oh, no.
Oh, I should have a bulletproof vest on.
Of course. That edit?
Why didn't she just aim for the head? Like, would it not be common sense that she'd probably have, like...
Bulletproof?
Yeah.
Well, because she's clearly just a gangster who doesn't know any better. What's this editing, Sophie?
She just shot someone holding a baby.
Yeah, but what is this?
Just spray the baby with a hosepipe.
Oh, God. This immediately feels like really kind of like not trashy, but it feels kind of like the film doesn't feel like it's a Ridley Scott film with this cast.
Yeah. If
you know what I mean, like the way it's already been, like the way, like the style, the way it's shot, the way it's color graded, and the way it's edited. It feels like this should have been the Brett Ratner directed film. Yeah. Whereas Red Dragon feels like that should have been the Ridley Scott. Do you think they switch credits?
Possibly. No, because this is on forever.
Very true. That's a typical Ridley Scott trope, isn't it? When the films just go on.
That just looks really funny.
Oh, it's Tony Hopkins. It's Tony Hops. Oh, God.
Sexy old man. He looks like a naked mole rat.
If we're quiet through this, it's because I'm actually trying to actually follow the plot as well. Or what?
Yeah, because sometimes we get full into these films and like you're just like, what's happening? So
I know, like we get so much into it. I'm like, so Sophie, what is happening? So far, we've done a good job, I think, in terms of like talking. But like, I've read that as gay line. There was a transit grey line. It looked like gay line at first. Again, I read that as Bob Seed.
I wonder if that was intentional.
What?
Because he said Detective Noonan, but Bob Noonan played... Is it Bob Noonan?
I don't know.
Somebody Noonan played the Red Dragon in Manhunter.
Alright.
Tom Noonan, sorry.
Look, there's Ray Liotta.
She's in bother essentially for shooting the woman holding the baby.
Yeah, I'm following that. Wow, this is kind of still very relevant.
Another thing though, she was like, don't shoot, and then everyone was like, let's just shoot.
I know. Maybe that mother shouldn't have been taking the baby on a crime, thing as
Apparently, Anthony Hopkins recommended Julianne Moore.
Oh, right. What, over Jodie Foster, or
No, when they were trying to recast her.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely,
I haven't come across that yet. There's a bit of trivia, I'm going to have to read it to you, after the movie.
Okay.
Because it's a spoiler about Gary Oldman's character, but
right.
I'll just say, the role was originally offered to Christopher Reeve, and I'm going to tell you later on why he turned it down.
I think I can... Is it the fact of, when did Christopher Reeve get,
No, he was already paraplegic, I think.
Did he find it offensive?
Not the fact that he was in a wheelchair.
Right, okay. But did he find something offensive about the role?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I'm even more excited.
He hadn't read the book, he was interested in the role, and then he found out more about the character and was like, no.
Oh, okay. This has made me even more excited about what the fuck is up with Gary Oldman's character in this film. I like how, including Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman's character is the one I'm like, come on, give me more of that.
Jodie Foster didn't like the script.
I thought so, yeah.
Apparently got rewritten. They asked her for consultation on the script and they got rewritten 15 times and she still wasn't happy with it.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it was Jonathan Demme.
Demi. Is it Demi? I thought it was Demi, I don't know. The director of Silence of the Lambs, that's who that is. R.I.P. He died not long ago, I think. So far, is this just a thing of, they've, talked about the consequences of the fact that Julianne Moore just shot
a woman holding a baby in this photo.
Yeah, I'm not calling her Clarice, because it's not Clarice, it's Julianne Moore.
Playing
Clarice. But it's just easy to say Julianne Moore. That's not a bad shot.
No, that's fine.
The thing is, since it's a Ridley Scott film, I expect there to be competent filmmaking.
Oh dear.
What?
One of the actors accepted his role because he wanted to work with Ray Liotta. When he went to introduce himself to Ray Liotta, he reminded him that they'd worked together before on the Rat Pack.
Oh! I think I've heard this score independently, and from my memory, the score's really good, but it's a fucking Hans Zimmer score.
Apparently there's loads of Gucci in this as well, because Julianne Moore was friends with Tom Ford, who was the creative director of Gucci at the time.
Oh, right. So that explains why Julianne Moore was in A Single Man. Stock market commentary. Gaza old man.
Gaza deformed man.
Mr. Verger, that's his name. He looks like fucking General Snoke.
Yes, he does. Apparently, after years of being actively involved in getting the sequel made, during no less than 15 drafts of the screenplay, Jodie Foster ultimately declined to participate in the sequel. She issued a statement at the time, saying, "I'd been offered more money than ever in my entire career to make this film, but who cares if it betrays Clarice, who has become like a person to me in the end."
Wow.
Cared too much about the character to say I go rubbish, essentially.
Yeah. Love me! What was he expecting her to be like? Oh no!
I think so. Have you accepted Jesus?
It's interesting makeup, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they CG'd his face.
They would do nowadays, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's a pedo, essentially.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
He just said his dad opened a Christian camp and the boys and girls would do anything for a candy bar. Then she's like, I don't want to know about your sex offences, mate.
What, he's one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just asked him if he knows Hannibal Lecter. Oh, that's Gary Oldman with no makeup on.
Of course. Oh, the way this is okay, this is fine. But it's when it's all like... Is he trying to be gay to...
To Anthony Hopkins, yeah.
Yeah. Is the character gay or does he just want to fuck?
I don't really know.
Is he just basically... Oh! What is happening?
Hannibal Lecter sprayed a popper in his face.
He sprayed a popper?
He didn't spray, he bust open a popper in front of his face, so it was all high, and then he was like, cut your face off and give it to the dog.
Right.
And he was like, well, okay then. If you say so. Apparently the baby was animatronic.
Well, I assume it would be if you're spraying water in its face and covering it in blood type of thing.
Apparently Claire Danes was suggested for the role as well.
Who?
Claire Danes.
Who's that?
She's in Romeo and Juliet and various other things.
Click switch.
Apparently Gary Oldman based his character's voice on Katharine Hepburn.
That photo. I don't know why it always makes me laugh, just like seeing the smiling face of Hannibal Lecter.
But like really close up.
Yeah, yeah. Who's the best cool villain, Sophie?
I could say the best. I could like give you some good ones.
Yeah, go on then.
David and the Guest.
Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes in Bruges.
Yes. Alex Stallard, I would say. Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
But Lecter's kind of.
Yeah, but I thought we'd already established that because we've already been on about this. But
yeah. Oh, it's the music they use as well.
That was like a jump scare, wasn't it?
Yeah, the sound effect was like. Do you know what would have been a lot more cool if they just showed it like CCTV?
It's kind of bad as well because of like how much he's aged
older.
in between.
Yeah, he's clearly
Which is
older.
kind of what's off-putting in Red Dragon as well.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Red Dragon's actually quite it's quite a good film anyway. So you kind of like brush it to one side slightly, but it does stand out quite a bit because he looks young-ish in Silence of the Lambs, and he's clearly really old.
I thought he was going to throw that on the bonnet of the car. Apparently David Fincher was going to direct this pre-dropped out.
I would have liked to have seen that. He probably didn't want to do it because he's not a fan. Because Alien 3 probably fucked him over and fucked him up in the sense of like studio filming.
Yeah.
Like he's probably like, nah, I've already dealt with that. Even though Alien 3 wasn't a terrible film, but it does definitely have its faults. So Hannibal Lecter's still just kicking around, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing that's not great about this is the fact that they recast Jodie Foster, so it doesn't flow. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like it flows.
What about Bobby Roode?
Glorious! I should be a heel. I should be a heel. For God's sake, turn me bad. I'm bored. There's nothing about this that's keeping me enticed. Maybe like Gary Oldman's backstory.
What on it? Some of these people who were like going to be cast as Clarice.
Who are the other options?
Gillian Anderson, Jennifer Aniston, Christina Applegate, Drew Barrymore, Kate Beckinsale, Kate Blanchett, Sandra Bullock, Jennifer Connelly, Kristen Davis, Cameron Diaz, Shannon Doherty,
Doherty,
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
yeah. Nicole Eggert, Calista Flockhart, Bridget Fonda, Terry Hatcher, Helen Hunt, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Lucy Liu, Heather Locklear, Alyssa Milano.
Wait. Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
They were going to recast a white woman as an Asian.
And think that no one was going to notice.
What the
Heather Locklear, Alyssa Milano, Gwyneth Paltrow, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Of course.
Meg Ryan, Winona Ryder, Brooke Shields, Hilary Swank, or Denise Richards.
Do you know what that sounds like? That sounds like the most popular actresses of the late 90s, early 2000s. It was
essentially it was going to be Gillian Anderson, but she couldn't do it because her contract to the X-Files prohibited her from playing another FBI agent.
Things are weird like that. Do you know when Pierce Brosnan was playing Bond, he was contracted not to be in tuxedos in other roles?
That's ridiculous.
So that's why in Thomas Crown Affair, like he kind of wore like a suit. But, like, we're not a tie, I don't think.
Yeah.
But, like, they were like, it's going to be too close to Bond if you, like, put him in a tuxedo. So he was contractually... That's why, like, Daniel Craig probably can't... Like, if you're Bond, you can't be dressed similarly to Bond in other films. Anyway, what's the gist here then, Soph?
She's trying to find out what happened to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. We've spent, 5 minutes on that?
I wasn't really paying attention, to be quite honest. I just
looked up and
saw what she was doing.
Barney gave us something, and Barney also saved another pigeon, I think. Is it Barney, the black dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can probably see Gillian Anderson more in the role than I can any of the other people. That's the only other person, I think.
I don't quite know what she looks like.
She's a redhead in The X-Files, but still.
Again, you can dye your hair.
Yeah, true.
Saoirse Ronan is usually a blonde, but she had black/red hair in her. Ladybird! I thought that was Hans Zimmer at first glance. He's gone off the screen now, but yeah, she does. No, yeah, I could. Yeah.
I think being Jodie Foster's really distinct looking.
Exactly, you can't really get another Jodie Foster in terms of lookalikes. Or even in terms of acting, she's quite unique in her acting as well.
Yeah.
So far, this is what I think of Red Dragon.
Mm-hmm. You mean Hannibal?
Not Red Dragon, Hannibal. Red Dragon's good. This is what I think of Hannibal so far. I can't, I'm gonna... Ellen Page? No.
She would have been so young in this.
Oh yeah, she would have been 13.
The nearest person who looks like Jodie Foster off the top of my head is Avril Lavigne.
Get Avril Lavigne. She does look like a younger Jodie. Oh! Oh! It's Hannibal the Hannibal with a white fedora.
He's just strutting about with his face. Like no one's going to know who he is.
Who is this bloke? Who's this knockoff Al Pacino? It is quite... It would be as if, if O.J. Simpson just legged it in a way.
I think he's a policeman.
Even more reason to why is he not recognising?
No, the thing being though, it's in the book he has plastic surgery.
They can't do that here though. It wouldn't be Anthony Hopkins.
Well, that was the thing. Ridley Scott was going to put him in makeup or a disguise or something, and he's like, "Oh no, 'cause no one will realise it's Anthony Hopkins."
But Ridley Scott was like that.
Well, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to hide Anthony Hopkins' face."
Even what's the?
I don't think he quite said no one will realise it's Anthony Hopkins, but they were like, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to."
The movie business is so weird with that in the sense of we need to have the celebrities' looks. It's then you're taking people out of the film even more then, because it's Anthony Hopkins. You know what I mean? Right there and then, I wasn't oh, it's Hannibal Lecter with a new face. It's hey, it's Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, it's not this is the end where everyone is everyone.
Yeah, it's he turned around and it's Anthony Hopkins with a white fedora.
Do you know the shot was though every time around was that bit in Titanic where Rose gets out the car.
It was yeah. Oh, Phil almost fell.
Phil's our new cushion.
He's a cat cushion and he's the best. He's my Daryl.
You probably get to see a picture of him on the Heel Instagram at some point.
Oh, Sophie!
What?
We need to sew him up.
And it's sew him up. His ear come loose. Have you been tugging on his ear?
I might have done, but not on purpose.
Oh, you've hurt Phil.
Sorry, Phil.
I'll stitch him. I'll have to get some white cotton.
The moment when we're more concerned about a fucking cat cushion than
what's
Hannibal...
happening in the movie.
Clarice, that camera work?
I'll fix him. Just don't tug on his ears.
I'll be careful with him. I'm not going to flail his ears around. Is Julianne Moore in most of this film?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but she has really no character to
Yeah,
speak
but
of.
Sophie, I'm not really concentrating on character at the moment.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna have to plug my phone in for a bit. I'll plug yours back in. My mind's charged up a bit. Yours is on like 69%.
Way.
Goldberg.
It took me off guard, that.
It's because he keep. Oh, that's remind me. That's why she's still kind of obsessed with him. He keeps sending her letters.
Okay.
Because he's in Italy.
Yeah.
That's why I went in the festival. I think I said Spain earlier. I knew it wasn't Spain, but
Spain. Yeah, Italy's more cultured than Spain, Sophie.
are you sure? That's a bit of a sweeping statement.
I'm taking the mick. In terms of art, it's more like... It's more mainstream cultured, I guess. Artistically.
Crushed by your failure. Has he got eye makeup on?
He definitely does. Right, so what's the point of Hannibal in this film?
He kind of just mishes
Is he
about.
kicking around?
He mishes about looking a bit like John Voight in Anaconda.
So he's just kicking around, basically.
He does, like, have some relevance later, I think.
Right, because so far, he's just the title of the film.
Yeah, it's kind of a poorly named book/film, really.
Like, so far, he's the title... That's so funny. That's...
Like, really, you would have thought that, like, the prequel would have just been called Hannibal.
Hannibal, yeah. If any film should be called Hannibal, it really should be...
Because, like...
None of them, really. Realistically. There shouldn't really be a film called Hannibal, except the prequel.
Because the thing is, it's like, with, Red Dragon's named after the villain of the movie.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is named, is like a quote within the film.
Yeah.
And
that
like,
shows like how uninteresting this film is. The fact they just name the film.
the novel was called this. Well,
is the novel like not interesting either?
I haven't read the novel. I only know. I just know what happens in the novel.
So anyway, so far Hannibal's like just sending Clarice letters, basically. Like, Sup, how you doing?
This is set like 10 years later. From
Do you know what's kind of funny to me? Julianne Moore is like a year older than Jodie Foster, but doesn't she look slightly younger?
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
So it's a bit... I know she's technically the same age as Jodie Foster, but the fact this is set 10 years after, it does look like they kind of like made Clarice younger. They made her a completely different person, if I'm being completely honest, though, so... Why did I just get... It felt like that was very Jesus symbolism. It wasn't, but it just felt very Jesus symbolism-y.
Yeah, this is 10 years later, and essentially Gary Oldman wants to, like, capture and fuck up Hannibal. So...
And I guess we learn about that later.
Well, we know why he does, because he made him cut his face off.
Of course, I forgot about that already.
So he's basically got, like, she got kind of, not fired, but fired.
She got suspended.
She got suspended. And then he's got her reassigned with his dollar, because he wants her. He's hoping that, like, if he gets her involved, then Hannibal Lecter will, like, come and find her.
Okay, so, right, I'm following it, then. The eyebrows on him? It's a good thing Julianne Moore's been in more good things than she has been in bad.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Julianne Moore film?
That I've seen so far.
Yeah. Not this.
Maybe Don John.
Don John's very good. Children of Men I really like. Boogie Nights is great. And now I'm drawing a
So they're
blank.
basically sniffing the letter to find out where his skin cream comes from.
Are they legitimately doing that?
Yes.
Well, No, are we going to see Hannibal on a bike?
I hope so.
On a scooter, just like zooming around.
Me scooter.
Scooter. He seriously does look like knockoff Pacino, doesn't he? Like current day Pacino.
A little bit. I think it's a Pachetti at first.
I'm Alan Pachetti. That was a weak Pacini impression. So are they trying to find Hannibal now?
Yeah.
And there's going to be a thing he's going to realise, duh, I was talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is so just, who wrote this? Like, who's
someone who can't write.
Who was the It was the screenwriter for this film. They changed the colour of his fedora. Or does he have many fedoras?
He must have multiple. David, 2 people wrote this.
Isn't it just that more distressing? Like
2 people wrote it and it went through 15 drafts.
Isn't it just that more like distressing when you find out a badly written film had like more than one writers? It's like when you find out how many people actually write an Adam Sandler film. It's like 5 of them.
So yeah, essentially like a dickhead, he's got to try and catch him on his own.
What a knob. The way he drank that tea. Clever Hannibal, drinking wine with a cloth so you don't get your fingerprints, but you know, you're showing your face to everyone so it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, he's cleaning the glass, but he's clearly Hannibal Lecter. Like, he's clearly... It would be as if, like, if I was on the run, that I was, like, wearing gloves and I was making sure, like, I was wiping all my fingerprints. But I didn't make any difference to my facial features. And I didn't bother trying to hide me in any way. So I'm like, no one's going to find out I was here. Wouldn't it be a bit more concerning the fact of like, hang on, there was a man sat here and there's no fingerprints or lip marks on this glass. Why is that? But he clearly drank it. Are we going to the opera yet?
I'm not going to do anything in this film.
Yeah, I'm looking at him and see like there's no reason for that character to be there. Other than to really like, I don't know, flesh out this guy's personal life, but do we really need to develop not Al Pacino? I love the close-up on the password typing. And the OK... It's so daft. It's so funny watching, like, old, like, internet. Is that bit... What the fuck? No! They showed Bin Laden! But the way it was typed, it looked like...
This is pre-9/11.
It looked... What was Bin Laden doing before 9/11?
It was Al-Qaeda. They were a thing before the Twin Towers.
I didn't know it was like... I don't know. I'm not as educated on the whole thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I only know...
He was still being a terrorist.
Is that Louis C.K.?
It kind of looks like...
Jack Nicholson.
No, the guy from Men in Black.
Ah, Rip Torn.
Yeah. Why is he called Rip Torn? Was he a rapper at some point?
No, it's just his name.
Really?
Yeah, his name's Rip. He's torn.
Do you think his parents were having a laugh?
Maybe. Call him Rip. No, it's just his name. Hannibal Lecter reward.
Only one link came up.
The internet in this is so funny. Hannibal Lecter what's considered a brilliant psychiatrist. The original psychiatrist.
Look at that number.
A reward. $3 million. I don't know why I find this so funny. It's the way the camera's moving on this like Windows 95 bullshit. Do you know what I mean? It's like trying to be all epic on Windows 9. And the zoom! No! Well, that was the best scene of the film so far. Oh yeah, Ray Liotta was in this film.
Something about him makes me uncomfortable.
It's his face.
That's what, yeah.
He's like got this. I mean, no offense, Ray Liotta, but like, you do have a bit of a. All I'm saying is, if a Ray Liotta scandal came out, I wouldn't be surprised. Not saying anything. Not saying I know anything or think anything. I'm just saying that if it did, I wouldn't be that surprised. I'm sitting up because my back's hurting. Krendler is that his name?
Yeah.
Makes it even more nerving.
That's his surname. Ow.
Sorry. I ran a book of catching a crook. He legitimately said that.
What a lyric.
What
a line.
lyric. Yeah, it was meant to be a lyric, Sophie. That was the point. Oh, I can't wait till I don't have to keep my foot in the air so we can put the couch at a level.
I know.
Oh, Phil almost went flying into the computer then. Alright, dropping the queer name.
Oh. Oh my god. Apparently in the book, Gary Oldman's character runs an orphanage from which he calls children to verbally abuse as a substitute for no longer being able to molest them.
Is this in the book?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I zoned out then.
What happened?
I don't know. I zoned out. That's what I mean. I was looking at the screen, but my eyes went out of focus.
Oh.
What? Oh! I just read "Coming Pussy."
Oh.
What's happening? Oh, I should look at the screen. But the film's giving me no reason to pay attention right now.
I think he's trying to
Is he trying to come on her?
I think so.
I mean, come on to her, not like.
Well, I interpret it the other way, so yes and yes.
It's eyebrows. I have no reason to really pay attention to this film right now. What's he doing? Or was it her who was drawing? No, it was him, wasn't it? No, it was. I don't know. All right. It was complete different lighting. That was all. Like, who's this bozo now? What? No, it's the bloke. The bloke was drawing a naked woman. And now, not Al Pacino. He looks like run-down Al Pacino and Brad Pitt.
And a bit of thingy from Leon.
Jean Reno?
Jean Reno, yeah.
He looks like a concoction of just all sorts of people, doesn't he? It's like Hannibal gonna like shank him. Gonna just run up behind him and then eat his ass. Like, ah! The number you have dialed is not in service. Please check. He's like, fuck's sake. I want my donuts. How do you look at the bar? The
bar.
Fee bar. Oh my god, we still have like an hour 20 left.
I'm waiting for some violence to happen.
I'm waiting for something that I can actually be interested in to happen. So far, the only bit of interest that's happened is that Julianne Moore shot a woman with a baby, Gary Oldman's makeup, and the epic like filming of Windows 95. That's the only interesting parts about this film. The reason why I keep going, what's happening? It's not like I'm getting confused by the film, but it's like
you're
there's
zoning out
like
so
like
much.
there's nothing about this that's gripping me at all.
Imagine if it just turned into phone booth like right now.
We were gonna comment. We were either gonna commentate on this or phone booth, and and then I kind of chose this. I'm waiting for Anthony Hopkins to be like behind him because the way that it's framed, I'm waiting for someone to kind of be like, "Hello."
Someone's standing across the road, but I think they're just buying something from a stand.
Yeah.
He's just essentially wants the 3 mil, so he's going to be stupid and try and catch.
So he's a random character who has no link other than he just wants the money
he's
to
an
get.
Italian copper. Yeah.
So so far, from what I understand, from how I'm putting the story together, this story arc could be cut out the film. Am I right in saying that? Or does he link in some way?
I can't remember.
Right, okay. Because so far, we don't need him. Again, he could be some integral part later on in the film. But besides from the fact that he's interacting with Hannibal Lecter, who, even in this case, why does Hannibal Lecter, why?
Oh, I think it's this is the reason for I can't really say anything without spoiling it for everyone else.
Right. Well, I haven't seen it either, so yeah. But so far, even Hannibal Lecter at this moment in time, I know the film's called Hannibal, and I know he's the whole reason for a franchise existing. Yeah. But why? But what's the point of him in the story, other than he's sending letters to Clarice? Well, and Gary Oldman. Very true. Very true. Oh, no, very true. No, he's on the loose and they're trying to find him, aren't they? Is that the basic gist of this film?
It's like Saving Private Ryan, but with rapists and murderers. And no war.
You could argue that Saving Private Ryan is technically about that anyway. You see, even then, I forgot the point of the film.
Oh, there's bits in the novel I'll have to tell you about later. They're really, really proper dodgy.
Oh, wonderful.
Apparently. Gary Oldman's character has a sister who's essentially built like China.
Really?
Yeah.
Christ. Another performance I do have to say I do really like Anthony Hopkins in is Hitchcock.
Yeah, I enjoyed him in that. I thought that was good. It's funny because he played Hitchcock and Gary Oldman played Winston Churchill, and the makeup was kind of similar.
Yes.
In both.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was. And what's even more amusing is that we look at Hannibal, and then Gary Oldman's got all the makeup, and Anthony Hopkins has got none on, when he should be having a load, actually. But no, we can't cover his face. I'm Ridley Scott, and we can't cover Anthony Hopkins' face. I can't really do a Ridley Scott impression. There's no real impression you can do of him, is there?
No.
He's from North Shields. You can't really
I thought he was Welsh.
Nah, he's from round here.
Anthony Hopkins?
No, Ridley Scott.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said... I don't know, I thought you said Anthony Hopkins.
Ridley Scott is so...
he was accused of killing Guillermo del Toro. I was like...
Poor Guillermo. Well done, Guillermo, as well. Just shout as well. Is he just creating small talk so he can try to lure him into a false sense of hope?
I think so.
You totally know, Cannibal the Hannibal is just I know what you're doing, mate.
Yeah. Cannibal the Hannibal.
If anyone's wondering why I'm purposely saying it like that, there's been we know of people who just say Cannibal the Hannibal.
I'm just laughing because I'm just reading about the novel, and so it's Barney briefly works for Mason Verger, meeting his sister and bodyguard Margot, a lesbian bodybuilder.
A lesbian bodybuilder. Oh! Tony Hops is good.
Tony Hawk. Just skating in.
Tony Hops is getting the gloves on. You know Tony Hawk's 50 this year. Doesn't really surprise me. What?
Quite.
Oh, is there going to be a fight? Please tell me there's going to be a fight.
Just this write up on Wikipedia for that plot line, because this isn't really a spoiler for this, because this is just
in the book
exclusive. But yeah, Margot, the lesbian bodybuilder who Mason Virgin molested and raped as a child. Her father disinherited her after learning of her homosexuality. Margot, who is infertile, tells him she works for her brother because she needs his sperm to have a child with her partner Judy and inherit the fortune.
That's a thing. This shot, look at him. So what was the point of that scene there? Was it just to like show they made an attempt with Cannibal the Hannibal? Like, what is the... Why do I feel like this film is extending things that don't need to be extended?
Because it is. I think he's hiring someone to get Hannibal Lecter's fingerprint.
Is that what he basically... Alright, so that's basically what he tried to do there, but...
Because he said, because the guy was like, oh, I'll give you $3 million, but I need a fingerprint, like, proof that, like...
Yeah. And did basically the Hannibal was like, I'm savvy, I'm going to put on gloves before I do anything.
Yeah.
It's just really prolonged, basically. Watch your filthy hands. Is that him there with the fedora?
It will be. Probably, yeah.
Of course it is.
Oh my god, what does he look... Eleanor.
You fuck little boys. Gary Oldman's like, I did.
God, you have to remind me, I can't do it anymore.
The cloak flapping, look at it.
I love a good flap. I was just chewing gum, like, yeah. Swagging me words.
Why is, like, Hannibal Lecter, like, why are they why is Ridley Scott directing him like he's a fucking action hero?
Directly Liam Neeson.
And not CG him. Look at him, he's like walking down like he's Triple H. You know, I praised the score, like that bit of music there just wasn't really good there. Imagine Triple H played Hannibal Lecter one time.
Who?
Triple H.
Oh, God.
Paul Levesque.
Is.
Cannibal the Hannibal. That dude there is just like, well, that's clearly Hannibal Lecter. What was that face? He had a face of proper like...
That guy?
No, Hannibal. Did he just get pregnant?
He got stabbed.
Oh.
Hannibal shanked him.
Yeah, they didn't really direct it that well. It just looked like he went, oh, like he's going to faint from pure touching, like from touching him. He's going to look and then it's going to be like, somehow his fingerprints. Oh, God, that's a lot of blood. What do? Do you rip a bit of him off?
No, you stabbed him.
I know, but the amount of blood, it's like pissing out. Look at it. It legitimately looks like Hannibal just ripped a chunk.
He probably stabbed him in an artery.
Yeah, but it did look a bit much, didn't it?
It did, but if you do hit an artery, you'd be surprised.
Oh, I know about an artery hit, but it did look like he hit.
Look at the big stone pig, or chrome, or whatever it's made out of. Look, just left that guy like laying there dead, and no one's like even clocked it yet.
Literally, Italy is the worst for observation. They can't tell that's Hannibal Lecter. They can't see a man bleeding. And they clearly can't see a policeman wiping his hands of blood on clear daylight. It's... Look, this, like... I mean, I guess if you're going to commit a crime, go to Italy. That's well, maybe that's why all the Italian mobs went there. It's like, we can get away with everything here. Don Vito Corleone back in his, like, heyday was like, I fucking shot people, like, in public and no one didn't seem to notice. I like how I just gave up with the Marlon Brando impression there. Doggos and chickens. I saw chickens. The voice. Carlos. What's Gary Oldman's voice? Is this what it's been like through the whole film, or am I like... The reason why I'm only questioning...
Well, he's trying to sound like Catherine Hepburn.
He's going... Rah, 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 like he's doing that. Like, he did not have that voice from the start, did he?
I don't think so.
That was Dwayne Johnson then. What is this film? What is happening?
He's gonna buy pigs.
What does he look like there? Why does he want to buy pigs?
To feed Hannibal Lecter to them.
Wait, are these like man-eating pigs, are they?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. There was like a thing, well, they're wild boars, so like...
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there was a thing, I think like there was this thing where like sometimes if you leave something on the floor, pigs will just eat it.
Alright.
Regardless of like...
Of what it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what this film... This film could have done a lot better if they just cut Clarice out of the film.
Yeah.
Why didn't we just follow this Italian bloke?
Daddy Strong.
Daddy Strong can handle this. Why didn't we just fucking Detective Hoffman it? Like, why didn't we... The one time a Detective Hoffman twist would have been accepted in a franchise.
For $3 million.
Probably. He looks at it, it's like, that's clearly not $3 million, mate. Nah, it's a lot of money. I'm a professional. He hasn't got him yet. Why are they counting the money? Look, mate, I saw Hannibal Lecter. Well, let me give you the money then. That's a pretty shot.
Yeah, apparently it's been known for pigs to eat people.
Alright. Oh, God. I'm always interested in, like, Italian architecture.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's definitely a place that, like, Italy is definitely a place I want to go because it does just seem like massively, like, it seems like it would be massively inspirational for any creator to go to.
Although not true carnivores, pigs are competent predators and can kill and eat helpless humans unable to escape them. Numerous animal trials in the Middle Ages involved pigs accused of eating.
Look at this, he's clearly there.
The thing being though, it's like, some people just stick out like a sore thumb, so like you just spot them immediately like in a crowd.
But like, that's like, the world should, oh God. The world should surely know about Hannibal Lecter.
He's on the FBI's most wanted.
His face should be in every... Why isn't... He would have had to went past someone to hand them a ticket.
I know.
Wouldn't you think someone would be like, sir, can you, like, step to one side? Like, it's just so bullshit. White devil! Ah!
I'm going to the rabbit hole of like animals that eat people, and like there's a catfish that
Why
eats
is everyone
people
why
called a gooch.
the gooch? Why is everyone white facing?
Because it's the opera.
Of course.
This is gooch attack.
What is this?
A bad movie.
Well, yes. Oddly enough, this is not the worst Ridley Scott film I've seen.
What's the worst Ridley Scott film you've seen?
The Counselor.
Ah, right.
It's abysmal. But this is quite low down. This might be the second worst Ridley Scott film that I've seen. Robin Hood was boring, but at least it's Robin Hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's... Wrapped in a veil. He woke her then. Like, seriously, why is security not tackling him? Like, honestly, like... Like, if you're on the FBI's Most Wanted, you can't just be kicking around. Like, especially in an opera. You can't just be mishing around. Like, I'm just going to enjoy the opera and just, like, chat to people. You can't do that. I'm sure when Osama bin Laden legged it from 9/11, he wasn't like, let me just, like, enjoy Paris. Let me just, like, enjoy the wonders of Spain. Oh, do you know what's nice these days? Hong Kong. Like, username, C Stalin.
See Spot Run.
C Swan. Again, just more amusing Windows 95 filming. Oh god, look at the editing on this. Look at this, they're trying to make Windows 95 epic.
FBI.net.
Is that you, Doctor?
No.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, that's pretty. At least they're making the most of Italy, I guess.
Yeah.
The lighting's good too.
Yeah. Alright.
Have a chip.
Have a fry. Have a chip. The only thing that's actually keep me kind of interested in Clarice is that I fancy Julianne Moore. That's the only reason. It's the only thing. But even then, I'm kind of drifting off out of the plot. What is this, Ed? What is the frame right there? That's me eating noodles, to be fair, just shoving them in my mouth. You know, the film is just completely uninteresting when I'm commenting about the guy eating noodles. How do you do?
Clear Lion.
She's got some good elements.
Yeah.
It's Julianne Moore. She's a fucking fantastic actress, so you're going to get something good out of her. I love how he's clearly just a dummy.
I know, yeah.
Like
He's like, well, I need money though.
Like he's like, a girl.
I got the opera all the time.
He's like, a girl.
Just leave your gun there. What a great idea.
Like, I love how Julianne Moore's like, yeah, fuck off, mate. And he's like, oh, I got a girl. There you go. That's one positive I've got from this. That's not a ironic positive. Because easily my favourite positive thing is Gary Oldman's face. Oh yeah, he's kind of not been a thing in this film, hasn't he? Gary Oldman?
Ish.
The Italian...
He's back.
The Italian director's been more of a thing.
Oh my god, that wheelchair.
I need one of them.
It's got a fidget spinner for wheels.
Oh, it's not a wheelchair, it's a... It's a thing. Although that would be
It's got a fidget spinner for wheels.
Although that would be a good wheelchair to have, though, wouldn't it? Like, if that was a wheelchair, just like a... Dude, like... It's not... It's a glaring thing now, where he's interacting with so many people, he's buying so many... He's doing... He's actually being a civilian right now. How is no one cottoning in on this Hannibal Lecter, who's a fucking cannibal on the loose after murdering people? Like, it shouldn't annoy me as much as it is, but, like, when you're trying to be the fucking sequel to Silence of the Lambs, this really realistic, gritty, best picture winner, you're trying to be the sequel to that, and you're ignoring all kinds of logic. It's just really stupid. And then we got this goofball.
Goomba.
This goober.
This fool.
Right here, who's like, oh, I 3 million. And now Hannibal Lecter's giving a fucking art lesson. He's my cultural influences teacher. Cultural influences lecturer. You need to learn about the Renaissance to be a filmmaker. Christ. Why does it look like he's gonna shit? Well, does this art piece have, Sophie? Because it clearly does, but... Luke Gallows? Thank you. Sorry. I thought of John Malkovich there. I just thought...
If I do that, it's just for the screen.
I know. I need Phil. I need to cuddle Phil for a bit. You still need to post about Gary Explains.
I do.
My prediction is that Hannibal the Hannibal is going to murder not Al Pacino very soon. It's my prediction right now. He's going to like...
Are you hoping for that? Because it would be more exciting than just watching everyone talk for 15 minutes.
Yes, because we've seen too much. Like, there's not even been like exciting talking. It's just been people just like talking to like try to like hide a situation basically. He's going to do it. He's going to like bend him over and then stab him in the anus. I find it amusing the fact that the first sequel they do with Anthony Hopkins, his shtick gets old already.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, like, he's fine in Red Dragon, but he's not exactly like, here we go. I know, just
yeah, but
chloroforms
the thing being though, it was more interesting in Silence of the Lambs because he was behind bars, so he couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. But he's kicking around, he's just doing his thing.
It's not, he's like, I think it's more interesting in Silence of the Lambs because he's behind bars, but he's still threatening, but now he's mission about, you're like, well, he's just going to kill everyone, isn't he?
But he's not even that, like, threatening, because he just comes off a bit, like, poncy, doesn't he? He just comes off a bit like a murderous ponce. But not even like an interesting one. He's just kind of, I like Italian culture, and let me just hang you now. I seriously need one of those types of wheels on a wheelchair, like. It would make things a lot easier, just saying.
I'm just going to boot him back down the stairs.
What film is it where, like, someone, like, tapes someone in an office chair and then wheels them out of a skyscraper or some bollocks?
I can't remember.
Or have I just imagined that?
No, I'm pretty sure that happened. I thought you were going to say about the bit where in Red Dragon where they set Seymour Hoffman on fire, but like, no.
I don't need to re-listen to the dialogue. I get the gist. He's like, I'm Hannibal Lecter. You're gonna like fucking die right now. Have you told Allegra? Is that what he said, or some bollocks? I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh, he pulls some corkers of faces, doesn't he?
Like John Voight in Anaconda.
Yes.
Someone's phone's gone off. Lol buzzing.
You know, like, our Anaconda commentary was Anaconda presents the many faces of John Voight. Should this one be Hannibal presents the many faces of Anthony Hopkins? It's not that many. Should it be Ridley Scott presents a boring Hannibal film? And then in the description, what a surprise. No, I'm just about to diddle him, actually.
With knives.
And then, like, Gary Oldman's like, did someone say diddle? That's a random backstory, isn't it, though, to have him just be a diddler?
A diddler?
The Gary Oldman character.
Oh. It's a bit of a what, sorry?
Random backstory.
Well, that's his character.
I know, but, like, he's not really prominent enough to really be having a character right now, is he?
I think he's more prominent in the book.
Yeah, but...
He's like the primary antagonist in the book.
You wouldn't know from the fucking film. All I've seen so far about Gary Oldman is in odd makeup and he's just like...
Literally all someone needs to do is look up.
Sophie's fucking Italy, no one, like, they don't bother about, like, actual crimes happening.
Like Judas.
Judas in my mind. Oh no! Is this the only 18 rated thing?
I'm not sure.
Oh, lovely, gory guts.
I thought they were going to put the Wilhelm scream in there.
This walk's really funny. Anthony Hopkins vigorously walking is like Braun Strowman running. Hello. Christ.
Oh! He looked like Pennywise.
He did. That was a bit much, wasn't it? Like how he like flung himself like halfway across the... Look at that.
Lovely.
Hey, is this... Do we just go on a Hannibal Lecter murdering spree right now? Does he get killed as well? Please say he just gets like obliterated. So we can just have like so we can actually start having a body count. No! You cut away. You cut away at the potentially a really fun scene. Oh, it's Ridley Scott. I forgot this should be.
Well, at least now everyone in Italy knows who he is now, I guess.
Yeah, you know. FBI most...
Cool.
That... It looks like fucking Nosferatu.
It does. That edit.
The editing's not good in this film, is it?
Oh, he's waving. He's doing a Tyler Bate.
Oh, he's back.
It's just the way he's waving. That was a Panasonic TV.
We're like nowhere near. Like
I noticed that more than anything else in the movie.
it's a Panasonic TV. We're nowhere. It's a bit of a shit run, that, isn't it? Sorry, Julian.
You don't run very well.
Are they trying to recreate the fucking scene from Silence of the Lambs?
I guess.
They're just doing it very poorly. The frame rate on there looks really strange. Why does she look like she's auditioning to be Lara Croft? I'm not being funny, Clarice has done fuck all in this film.
Hello. So what do you think?
And now he's cosplaying.
Oh.
He's done fuck all, and Clarice has done fuck all.
No one's really doing
The only character that's done anything's dead. Like, and even he was quite relevant, wasn't he? All he's done has been like, I want Hannibal Lecter, give me these pigs. And all Clarice has done is like, do you know what Hannibal Lecter is? That's all she's done.
Where's he at?
Oh, and she shot a woman with a baby. I almost said she shot a baby.
She almost shot a baby.
She almost shot a baby. Do you sometimes think that this is the film Gary Oldman should have won his Oscar for?
No, I never think that ever.
Of all,
to be fair, this is the film that made me think that Gary Oldman shouldn't have an Oscar.
But then you're like,
but
then you like,
thanks to him for like sitting for 5 hours and getting that pour in his face.
yeah.
That kind of being comfortable on his eye.
Could just be. It probably wasn't comfortable just being in this film.
Yeah. I wonder if they keep putting eye drops in between takes. Because they've clearly got like his eyelid pulled back.
They probably did. I forget he exists in this film as well.
Really?
And Ray Liotta. What's he done? He's done even less. He's just kind of like had a face. That's the funniest fucking thing ever.
It looks like Stanley a bit there.
That's what makes it really funny. Can we get the film about that German Shepherd in the back? Not right now, but... This was really Scott's predecessor to J. Paul Getty.
Saying that about tossing it off.
Doesn't it though?
Yes.
Look at the German Shepherd.
Oh. Yeah, I'll have the dog. Can I have that dog?
Cocksucker. All Gary Oldman's done in this film is just say obscene things. You just be like, cocksucker, toss it off, fiddling kids.
Oh god. It's like extreme Tourette's.
He just says all these random things. I'm just going, cocksucker.
It's like Eric Cartman.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, can Radio just fuck off in this film?
Keep the dog, just get rid of Radio. Oh, he's just got like a proper face, hasn't he?
Excuse me, that's what I think of Hannibal right now. Here's my gun, bitch. In any of these films, you never, like, imagine, right, if, like, you get one of these films, it's like, hand over your gun and badge. They put the badge down, they go, and they pick the gun up, and they just shoot the guy in the face, and they run away. Like, I don't want to, and then just...
Oh.
That was a bit, fuck do you care? Speaking of a good Al Pacino, police film.
Insomnia.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's what I said. Like, speaking of a good Al Pacino police film. The fuck do you care? On about, oh god, the editing. The editing might be one of the worst parts of this film. I never noticed. Look at the chin on Ray Liotta.
He's got a right chin.
Why does he look like made up Mike? Why does Ray Liotta look like made up Michael Shannon? Michael Shannon. To be fair, if there was ever a Make-A-Wish film, this feels like a Make-A-Wish film, doesn't it? In the sense of like, I want a sequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, but like some of the
But,
lines are quite concerning.
No, it's a Make-A-Wish film, but for like an elderly man who's clearly went through some issues for his life. I want a Silence of the Lambs sequel, directed by Ridley Scott. The dog just lays down. It's like, this is a interesting scene. This is interestingly done. One of how the dog's interacting with like Hannibal, but even so, this Hannibal isn't terrifying.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like,
he doesn't hit dogs, so that makes me happy.
He's too civilized for that, I think.
Yeah.
He'll eat a human, but he won't hit a dog.
That's good at least.
Yeah.
Anyone who hits a dog's trash.
Just don't hit anyone.
But specifically not dogs.
Don't really hit an animal.
Yeah, don't hit an animal.
Don't hit animals.
I mean, don't hit other people, but specifically do not hit animals. I think the only time I would find acceptable is like if you're being attacked by a shark and you have to punch it.
Well, that's what I mean. If you're doing it in defence, then
yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, don't just like walk up and punch a dog.
Don't just be like, hey, look at this Yorkshire Terrier.
There was like a guy at my college who like loads of people saw him kick a cat once, and everyone referred to him as Cat Kicker from then on, and no one wanted to speak to him.
Good for everyone. What's this music? Oh, Christ. How long have we got left?
Just press the down button.
Fuck me. 40 minutes. 40 fucking minutes. Oh, God, it's like watching Trainwreck all over again. If anyone's curious about what I mean when I say that, we were watching Trainwreck because we were actually curious because we were
about whether it was going to be funny or not.
We were interested in it, and we looked and we were halfway through, and we were like, we can't fucking just watch any more of this. Yeah, that's a film I'm just not a fan of at all. Oh, that new Amy Schumer film.
Yeah. Oh, the one where it's like where she
I'm
bashes her head and
pretty.
then thinks she's sexy like all the time or something.
I was watching the trailer, and like as it kept going on, I just had this face of like, I just no. Like, I understand, like, in a sense of being like acknowledging like not everyone's like uber sexy, but like that's all Amy Schumer's shtick is, isn't it? I believe so. Like, look, I'm not attractive. It's like, right? And anyway, back to
the thing though, like being a little bit chunky in places doesn't automatically make you unattractive. She's got a pretty face, so it's like, but you are though.
I don't find.
I don't fancy her, but like you can't say she's ugly.
But wasn't the whole point in Trainwreck that she could get around?
Yeah.
So it's like, she's got very conflicting messages in terms of her appearance, is all I'm saying. But if we're going off like Julianne Moore looks, Drew Barrymore would have been a bad choice. She would have been far too young, though.
Yeah.
She would have been like, what, like 25 with this film?
In 2000.
I think she was born in 1975.
Possibly.
Yeah, she was, yeah. So yeah, she would have been far too young. Considering Jodie Foster would have been like 30 in Silence of the Lambs, and this is going to take place like... Oh, here we go. Nifty shot. You see, in a film directed by Jonathan Demme starring Jodie Foster, this probably would have felt really epic right now. Like, they're in the same room again.
She's got a hoodie on. With a bald patch at the back.
I'm a killer hoodie. Dun, dun, dun,
You're not supposed to look like she's on fire.
Probably. Zoom. There's some Gucci placement. God, I'm feeling fucking exhausted. Is that the Mickey Mouse hat?
So? No, I think it's just like...
That's just a thing.
That might be an American flag.
Ah. Oh, is that the Mickey Mouse hat? No, it's the American flag. I know where my fucking mindset is. Oh, the Sorcerer Apprentice. No, the
America's...
What's it called?
Union...
No, because the Union Jack is...
That's ours.
That's ours. Is it just the American flag? No, it's
got a name. I can't remember what it is.
Oh, where's my phone? Can you pass me phone, please?
No. Apparently.
And now we randomly got a back and forth now between fucking...
Hannibal Lecter and Clarice.
When we're like almost... We're like got 40 minutes left of the fucking film. What's the name of the American flag?
Let me think. Okay, check it out.
Flag of the United States of America. The flag of the United States of America, often referred to as the American flag, is the national flag of the United States.
Could you put flag in that sentence anymore?
It consists of... it's the American flag.
I don't know why I thought it had... I think everyone just goes...
Old
red,
Glory,
white,
I think.
Red, white and blue, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not American. It doesn't matter to me, really.
Julianne Moore's American, isn't she?
Yeah.
Again, I don't know why it's so... Look at Hannibal Lecter here. He looks like a dad. What? Trumpet Man?
I love Trumpet Man.
Hannibal Lecter looks like a dad on the top half, and then like he's wearing like fucking skinny jeans on the lower half. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Hanny? What are you doing, handball? H. Lecter. H. Dog. I'm not really paying attention to the scene because it's just come out of nowhere. It's just like, now we're picking up after Silence of the Lambs.
I'm pretty sure he does want to kill you as well, though, mate. Like, he does want to see you suffer, but I do think he wants to see, like, you get murdered by his pigs, because that's usually what happens when you get eaten by pigs. You die.
You get killed. You cease to be a living person when you get eaten. If it wasn't for you, I would be in someone else's digestive. Digestion. That wasn't digestive. I'm sure he said digestive. Either way, I can't remember.
That's digestion.
Yeah.
He just says it weirdly.
Well, there's something you should know.
That's something you should know, so I'm gonna tell you so. Don't
Kick-
sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show.
Working all day in party on. Oh God. That's my profile picture for like a day.
It was.
Oh, why is Fat the Rock there?
Fat the Rock.
I like how I didn't say Fat Dwayne Johnson. I said Fat the Rock. I don't know whether this has been a successful commentary or a failed one.
I think it's been a bit of both, actually. I think it's because we're so uninterested.
It's had its moments. I mean, the fact that we've birthed Fat the Rock.
The Rock. Rock the Fat.
We've had things to say about it. I mean, I'm sure this is more entertaining than the fucking film itself. Whoa! What was that? He just brushed the hair on the merry-go-round.
I love doing that to people.
Is it a merry-go?
Oh! Oh, right, I get what he means now.
What?
Because it was like you were very warm. I think it means like you're close.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant like, oh, you feel dead warm.
Don't just pull your fucking gun out.
Remember what happened last time?
More Gucci.
What is it? He looks like John Kramer.
Oh God, this would actually probably be this would be a more successful Saw film that fall. Oh my God.
This is like Saw 5, kind of, but not.
But not really. I don't know which is more boring. I think I prefer this a little bit more than Saw 5.
Yeah.
Who were those people who just nicked Hannibal Lecter?
Gary Oldman's mates.
Ah, right. Oh, yeah.
Go on, hit me again. Oh, hey.
He's like, go on, hit me. Hit me! Julie, no, don't do it. Oh, God. Don't just shoot. You're going to kill someone.
Get in a car and drive after them. That's probably going to be your best bet.
Just stop being like...
Don't be a hero.
Crazy Stupid Love, that's another good Julianne Moore film.
Yep.
I like to remember the good Julianne Moore films when I'm watching this. The face on him there. Ugh. Pardon me, that was a bit gross. I mean, what's Still Alice, which is the film that was the only film she's won an Oscar for.
Yeah.
Kingsman too. She was doing that. That wasn't a bad film. I want to watch Freeheld. Don John. Yeah.
Carlo.
Carlo.
Fat the Rock.
God, love Fat the Rock. Bring him home.
Why are you singing that?
Wake me up, because Gary Oldman went bring him home. So
That's you singing the song from Les Mis.
I was thinking more like bring me to life. Wake me up inside.
Wake me up inside.
Save me. Imagine if like Gary Oldman in this film just starts singing Evanescence. It's a really funny image. Yeah, Gary Oldman hasn't really done much aside from like, I want Hannibal Lecter dead. I want him dead. I want his blood on my feet. Like, so you want to like curb stomp him? No, I want you to like rub his blood on my shoes. In between my toes, thank you very much. Oh, are we going to get fucking reference to Silence of the Lambs? Is he going to be wearing the mask?
What on earth is he wearing?
Oh, no, he's wearing dad costumes, that's what I'm saying. He looks like a dad. While wearing skinny jeans. Well, slim fit jeans.
He's got trousers on, but then he's got boots on, and I think his trousers are tucked into his boots.
So he's got proper shit. Look at him! He does proper look like Snoke, like, doesn't he?
He's kind of like that, but like kind of like an old woman as well. Like a really old woman, though.
I thought you were going to say he looks like Snoke, but if he was Stephen Hawking.
No.
Should we phone Gary, see what his thoughts on Stephen Hawking are?
No.
Like how we're making a weekly thing, but like we haven't really like had any film for Gary to give his opinion on, have we? Since Grace. Ah, my foot's feeling all funny. Yeah, my feet, exactly, Gary Oldman. I just find it really amusing that Ridley Scott wouldn't put makeup on Anthony Hopkins, but he would make up the shit out of Gary Oldman.
I know, yeah.
I guess Gary Oldman isn't the fucking anchor for this franchise, though.
True. In theory, though, would... Oh, no, actually not.
Should be Clarice, but... I've got itchy toe.
I love the music.
Wayne Manor.
Of course.
In the dirty swamps of Gotham City.
Someone's posted that with The Shape of Water.
Is that Blue Eyes White Dragon?
It's Kybra with a blue eyes white dragon.
It's pretty funny. Look, why? Pardon me there. If he wants to kill him, just feed him to the fucking pigs. Why does he want dinner with him? Do you just want to chat? I think my foot's kind of going blue. I don't know. Not too much.
Fine.
Yeah, it's just being...
Oh my god!
Remember what I was saying about fucking Christ symbolism?
Look at his sweat patches.
Did they really need to add that to him? Oh, I get it. Dinner's gonna be at 8, as in he's gonna feed them.
Why 8 specifically? Just to give Clarice time to get there to help.
It's to give him time to get dressed, I guess, but within plot points, yes, it's to give Clarice time to get there. I don't like that in films where it's like, why is that happening? So this happens. Yeah, but why is that character doing this in the logic of the film? Like when a lot of films do things because it's like, oh, it's convenient for the plot. It's like, yeah, but does it make sense in the characters, like for the character motivations?
I can't say it was someone messaged me saying, doing my head in board shitless.
You what?
Someone messaged me saying, doing my head in board shitless. And I replied with, well, we're watching and commentating on Hannibal and can honestly say I relate to how you feel.
Who was it? Alright, okay.
I think they have to play like screaming men to get the pigs all angry and stuff.
Yeah, probably. Screaming and squealing!
Sounds like
The pigs and me looking for a good film.
what's screaming and
Yeah.
squealing.
Ah! Ah! That got a bit too loud, that did. Why is that Julianne Moore just like always looks like too pretty for what Clarice is in the situation?
Yeah.
Like she
Like
looks
she's
too made up. Yeah. I'm not complaining that Julianne Moore is too attractive. I'm saying that she's too made up. Like that's. And the guy's like, uh-oh. Fat the Rock's like, can you not? Oh! Julianne Moore with more trigger happiness. Why does he look shiny? Gary Oldman, that is.
Because he is shiny?
Well, because it's makeup, because it's prosthetics, but like, his skin wouldn't just be shiny. He's just like, let me eat the pigs. Go on, let me eat them. He just wants to tackle all the pigs. Jesus fucking hell. Pig scream.
Love a good old pig scream.
Like how they're just sniffing round him. Wait, does she die?
No, she just got shot. She won't die. No, like, essentially, like, the pigs smelt that he wasn't afraid and were like, oh, yeah, never mind. Oh, I up. Oh, hang fire.
No. Like how Cordell's just immediately been like...
It's like, oh, get on then, why not?
Yeah.
Whee!
So funny.
Bye, loves.
Well, that was a scene, wasn't it?
I up.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Like a pig just proper French kissed Gary Oldman.
Oh.
What an edit!
Yeah, it's kind of more graphic in the book.
I can imagine.
No, I mean, like, he doesn't get eaten by pigs in the book.
What happens then?
His sister, essentially, like, Hannibal Lecter's like, go on, kill him. You can say it was me. Like he's just done there. But then she, like, shoves a cattle prod up Gary Oldman's character's ass. Makes him jizz. Takes
What?
his jizz so that she can impregnate her wife. Or her missus, I don't think they're married. And then she, like, he has a pet eel. And she shoves the eel down his throat and, like, strangles him with it.
So instead of Cordell, was it just his sister?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I just find it really amusing that Cordell was just like, yeah, you know what, I don't really like you anymore.
Well, at least the sister, you kind of be like, well, yeah, he did, like, assault you repeatedly. So
yeah, but like with Cordell, he's just like...
It's like, get on then, why not? I'm open to suggestion.
You know what, I'm open to murdering this man. Jesus Christ. And then I was like, Cornell? Cornell? That was a bit grinchy, like, wasn't it? Oh, Ray Liotta. The man who's done literally nothing in this film.
Is that cherry bomb? Oh my god, there's a cake!
Oh! Is that what Hannibal Lecter says? Oh my god, there's a cake! They just chloroforms him.
Oh, can you imagine? I thought that was her ass, but it was her knees. I was like, God, her ass is weird.
We've got like 20 minutes left of the film. It feels like we should be coming to the closing.
We are, I think.
We've got like 17 minutes left.
Why? Wasn't there another film where we were like, is this ever going to end? What was that?
That we commentated on?
Yeah.
Mamma Mia?
No, it wasn't Mamma Mia, because that did end, like...
That did end.
That, like, kind of just went on and then ended.
That we commentated on. What have we commentated on? I forget. Anaconda for me a bit. The editing, once again, shit.
Oh. I think it's meant to, like, trick you into being like, she's dizzy, so are you.
It's still shit. This is... Electric wearing Hannibal murmurs.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, sis.
Nice.
Oh, no, she better don't.
Nice cleave shot of Julia Moore there.
Why would you even bother? Like, he's going to hear you on the phone. And either way, he's cut the phone line.
Why do you dress her up? Just for shits and
Because
gigs?
they're going to have dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Look, he's cutting up some cilantro.
Cutting up some what?
Cilantro. Oh, is it cilantro? I think that's how it's pronounced. It's like a herb or spice.
50 Shades Darker.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
It just kept going, didn't it? That one was...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The phone was cut. So how's she just done that? The phone line was literally cut out the wall. Like, the wire was all frayed at the ends.
Just...
That's like when you're drunk and you're trying to get down the stairs. Oh, the scene I was on about earlier is coming up.
What scene?
Do you remember I told you there was a scene? Like, that you're just going to be like, oh my god.
Yeah. Is that Ray Liotta?
Yes. I'm going to smash him with this snow globe.
Are they in Ray Liotta's place?
Yeah.
Why does Ray Liotta look like a corpse? Just like...
He's like frothing at the mouth, like, ah! Vin Diesel's just like, so Grace. Okay.
Did you just call Clarice white trash?
Yes, he did.
What the fuck? Why? What is going on?
Everyone's just drugged right now.
God. Why is Ray Leo just a child now? Oh, I think I know this scene. I know this scene. Oh no, I know. I was just about to say something that's. Oh no. Oh, I think. Oh, fuck me. No. I remember. I've seen this scene in like Nostalgia Critic. Oh, fucking hell, no. They couldn't. No! I was just about to say, why is he acting like a child? Has he had a bit of his brain cut off? Oh, no. As if they're doing this.
They did a Saw 3.
As if they've legit. This is legitimately a Saw film that no one wanted.
They parodied this in Scary Movie 2. Except when they pulled his brain off, there was just like a rapper in there instead.
Is this meant to be like really serious and dramatic right now?
I think so.
Because it's just really funny. Ugh. Should he be dead?
Probably.
What the fuck? Yeah, this is just like kind of making Hannibal a bit of a laughable goof now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you crazy man. Fuck me, this film. Was this Ray Liotta's literally only purpose in the film?
To be a bit of a douche.
To get his brain eaten.
I think he had more of a role in the book, I really can't remember.
That's me when I got my pot put on. Just get him wheeled out going, oh. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
What, she's got EastEnders in?
do, 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 do. Don't you fucking hit me with a fucking candle. It baffles me that Ridley Scott directed this in a way. Like, he's not by any means one of my favourite directors, but he's at least made something that doesn't look trashy.
Yeah.
Oh! Can you open that through the side? Oh no, it's a door handle thing, isn't it?
It was the door for the fridge, yeah. With American fridges, I think sometimes to like lock in, it's not like our fridge is waiting, just push the door shut.
Right.
If you love me, let me go.
Did he say that, did he, or something?
Almost.
Is he basically saying just leave me alone?
He's like, let me go.
Oh. She's got a grenade. Like that, I'm really pressed for time. That's the thing with this, though. Like, Anthony Hopkins, like, well, what an interesting edit that was. I'm saying that a lot in this film, aren't I? What an interesting edit. The thing is with Silence of the Lambs, he was old, but he wasn't like old.
Yeah.
Whereas with all the other Hannibal films, he doesn't, like, the intimidation isn't really there. I'm not saying older people can't be intimidated, but for what Hannibal Lecter is, he just comes off a bit like...
I'm kind of interested how she got the handcuff off her hand.
How she got the handcuff off her hand?
Well, she handcuffed him to her.
I thought he chopped her hand off.
Chopped his own hand off.
Wouldn't it have made sense for him to chop her hand off?
He's in love with her, so he doesn't want it.
Yeah, I guess so.
In the book, they kind of essentially fall in love and run away together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a... I wouldn't have wanted that ending, just saying. At least not in this film.
Probably would have been the most interesting thing.
I mean, if it was with Jodie Foster, then I probably would have, like, been more for that. Because, again, you know, I'm a bit more attached to the characters. Now he looks like a guy who's just, like...
On a jog. Or he's coming to do, like, a motivational speech about, fire safety.
I was going to say, he looks like he's just got back... He's on the metro back from watching a football game. No, don't do it. Oh!
You're for brains to an Asian child, you weirdo.
What is that? Well, that was Hannibal. Fuck me, I'm glad it's over. Oh, Christ. I mean, it's not the worst Ridley Scott film, but it's the second worst, definitely. I would say it's definitely the second worst Ridley Scott film. Yeah, I mean, it was boring, and when it wasn't boring, it was silly.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And it was boring a lot of the time, I would say, which only left like very like it's. I mean, I laughed at certain things, but that's because
it was so ridiculous.
Yeah. But I'm telling you now, this is going to be an instantly forgettable film. I'm already forgetting what I was laughing at within this film. Have you any final words for Hannibal, Sophie? Yeah, Ridley Scott's done better.
Yeah, definitely.
Good grief. Sophie. What does... Don't know what I was going to say then. I'm lost for words. I don't really know what else to really say. I've seen all the Hannibal films, but I've seen all the Anthony Hopkins Hannibal films. There you go.
Creature effects.
The pigs? I don't know. No.
I guess.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, the creature.
Yeah. Sophie.
What?
What's in the description?
Stuff that's more interesting than this movie.
Very, very good. Very good. What you have to look forward to this week. Foreign Film Friday's back. It's had a few weeks hiatus. Sorry we didn't end up doing a Blue is the Warmest Colour one. That will happen some point. Whenever, I don't know. But gonna do Foreign Film Friday. Well, I'm going to be talking about Angel's Egg, the anime film, directed by Mamoru Oshii. And I don't know if we are going to do a podcast.
We might not. We'll see how things go.
We'll see how things go. There'll be Gary Explains next week, and we might do phone booth commentary next week. We might do that, might we?
I wouldn't mind doing that. I think it's more fun than this.
Well, we'll see how we feel. It's an hour shorter as well, so...
Yeah.
There you go.
God.
So, guys...
I feel tired now.
that took a lot out of me, just watching that. So, guys, thank you all for watching. My computer's on 11% battery, so I'm going to plug that in soon. Until next time... We shall see you later, and we'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the credits.
If you were able to. I don't think there's much credits left, but maybe I'll be honest, it's good to be.
Goldberg! And till next time.
Bye.
Bye!